I'm not really sure what I'm expecting, to be honest. I know there's going to be a lot of bands, a lot of musicians, a lot of dancers there, and huge crowds. Hopefully it'll be great fun.
Oh, shopping. Very, very excited to go shopping.
The boys have had months of preparation, so I think the big thing is probably just an enormous opportunity and experience, and basically just enjoy themselves, I hope.
Look, the kids can expect lots of hard work from the tattoo. They will be very, very busy boys, but there'll be so much enjoyment as well, and they'll meet lots of friends.
I was a little bit troubled leaving for such a long period of time, but I knew that with my friends around me, it wouldn't be too bad.
It was mixed emotions at the airport. On the one side I was very happy because we were going to an experience of our lifetime, but then we were also leaving behind school and all our friends and family for a whole month.
We're definitely all nervous about the experience ahead, obviously spending a month away from home, but even the rehearsals, we've been told that they would be very difficult, so I know I personally was a bit nervous about that process.
I think it was more excitement than kind of sadness leaving, I think, because the month ahead would have been challenging, but I think enjoyable as well. Also missing a month of school is not bad as well.
Yeah, first time in Scotland. When I heard it was summertime, I packed a bit of shorts and whatnot, so I was a bit surprised when it was colder than it was here.
I was expecting Scotland to be very cold, which it wasn't.
I didn't understand how many people could fit in one place.
When we got there, surprising, the weather was actually quite nice.
Well, my mum's Scottish. I've been there a few times.
I thought even though it can be perceived as quite rainy, it was actually quite a nice town.
Getting used to the Scottish accent more so was quite a struggle.
I remember there was always a friendly drummer next to me. He always loved to crack jokes, and he always cracked them to me and looked at me, but I could never actually understand him.
I really enjoyed it when I first got there. I love the people, I love the accent, I love the food.
I definitely enjoyed its differences to Perth, how instead of massive skyrises and massive buildings, it was only 2 or 3 story buildings, but there was a lot of them.
The energy in Scotland is amazing. The people were all very kind. The food did take a while to get used to.
Bit of anxiety on the first day, getting chucked in the deep end, straight into marching and straight into playing it.
First 4 days you'd think you'd feel quite homesick and nervous, but it actually wasn't the case because we were occupied quite heavily with rehearsals, so it took our mind off things.
Hey Roy, how long we got left now, mate?
Well, funny you should ask. It's 6 hours to go, mate.
A typical day for a rehearsal would be wake up about 6:30, you'd have your breakfast, be ready for the bus by about 7:15, 7:30, you'd go down to Redford Barracks. We'd spend till about 1 o'clock there, rehearsing constantly with about half an hour to hour's break in between, and then after that, if it was a good day, we'd get to go back to the university for a little bit, and we'd get to have dinner and a bit of a relax, and then we'd go to the castle till about 10:30, 11ish.
The rehearsals were very long and it rained a bit, but generally it was okay. I thought we were very well prepared by the teachers at school.
Just so you know, Mr. Billy's only 5 more hours to go.
Going from the uni to the castle every day and to the barracks to do practices, and especially the practices, they were big, they were very full on.
After the initial break into all of it, playing with everybody else, realising I wasn't perhaps as bad as I thought I would be.
Not too shabby. It's coming together quite well, I feel. It's only got 4 more hours to go.
I think it was tough at first. I think further through the month, the boys got used to it, if that's possible.
Join fingers, that's easier. Join fingers. Like that, join thumbs.
Yeah, that was quite hilarious and embarrassing at the same time, all the parents taking photos.
We've only got 3 more hours to go.
The first 4 days at the barracks were just amazing. Seeing a huge collection of pipers all working together and all creating something that was amazing.
Accommodation was excellent. I was really surprised that we each got our own room. The layout was really good with the dorm and then just having one teacher in there to keep an eye on everyone.
The accommodation was quite nice actually. We got a room to ourselves and we got a kitchenette between us so we could do, and we had a microwave and kettle.
I didn't particularly like haggis and blood pudding. I saw it at dinner. I just didn't really like the look of it.
Unfortunately, I didn't ever pick up haggis and I didn't try haggis. Kind of fortunately for me though, because I tried it the other day and it wasn't the best.
Apparently, the meat pies that we got had haggis in them, and I thought it was just meat, but no, not knowingly.
I think walking through the drawbridge was, an experience that I'll remember for the rest of my life, and just the feeling, the rush of adrenaline you get when all those people start cheering and clapping and all those cameras on you.
They had all of the 13 pipe bands trying to get through the drawbridge at once, and that definitely made space a rarity.
When we were marching across the drawbridge, it was amazing to know that we'd be performing in front of 200,000 odd people over the next 3 weeks.
The very first night, I was really excited. My blood was leaping, my heart was pumping.
Oh my god, I'm here, I'm in Edinburgh, I'm performing on the grandest stage of them all.
It was very nerve-wracking, but after the first couple of days you got used to it.
Well, I acknowledged the crowd as soon as I walked out of the bridge and saw them, and no, I didn't wave to them.
Something you can't quite quantify. It's very different. It was just incredible walking out, knowing what I was meant to be doing after just 4 days of rehearsals.
We walked out there and there was all cameras flashing and lights on, and the lights were all on us. And yeah, that really hit me that wow, we're at the Edinburgh Military Tattoo.
It's quite special. I think what we did was quite something unique, and I think an opportunity that might not happen again.
I think that the Massachusetts fife and drum band was amazing. The sound that they produced was so crisp.
Great performance, a great act, and they were always on time and functional.
I
I think most people would agree that the Mexicans were probably the favourite. They won the award as well.
I really enjoyed the Massachusetts band. Being a snare drummer, I was able to relate to their drummers as well, and I really enjoyed their performances.
I enjoyed the US Air Force Honor Guard with their precision and the rifle tossing.
I think that Scotch's performance was very good compared to the other bands. We were definitely one of the better bands.
But I think everyone was very professional, especially during the rehearsals at the barracks and how we came together.
Be people stopping and taking photos and asking, "Oh, are you from Scotland?" And they were quite surprised when they found out we were actually Australian.
A news team for the tattoo walked up to us and asked us for an interview, which was quite fun. It was the first time that it had ever happened to me, so we did sort of feel like celebrities, because as we caught the bus up the mile every single day, people would wave at us, and it was just great.
I did get interviewed by BBC on, I think, the first week, and yeah, it was quite weird to have all people in the crowd asking for autographs and asking for photos. I didn't feel that important, but felt pretty cool.
Being a celebrity was something that I'll remember, and I think kind of look back upon and see it as quite a special moment, yeah.
Having the support of half Karnama come over and see me perform was really special and really humbling, I feel, seeing that so many people were willing to come halfway across the world to see me do a show one night.
Well, yeah, we were together for a whole month, so part of it was making sure we all got along, and if there were any problems that we got by it, because we're a team.
The team spirit was good. We still worked together at the end. There weren't any major fights.
The fact that we are away together and we pretty well live in each other's pockets for a month, you do get that, that exposure to different people, and you do learn a lot about each other, and I think that's something that was also quite special about the month away.
At the start of the tour, everyone was really excited and getting around each other, which was good. It dropped off a little bit during the middle, but as people got on each other's nerves, but at the end I think it really picked up. Everyone was really excited and everyone was happy with all the new friends that they'd made.
Everyone got along. The team spirit was everyone was energetic, everyone was always happy to do whatever, everyone was helping out.
That's shocking.
Went out in the morning, studied in the morning.
One expedition was trekking all the way down to a shopping centre to buy a pack of 300 biscuits.
The tours were just really exciting. You didn't want to go to sleep that often.
We basically just shared some good times, experienced this Scottish culture.
Tell you a wee story about that as well.
We went to Crieff for one of the days to play in a Highland Games and march through the streets in a parade.
They were tough given that the majority of them were on Sundays, where we'd just come off about 5 hours of sleep from a double show. So it was tough, but it was definitely enjoyable.
On one of the Saturdays we went to the World Pipe Band Championships, which was great fun because we got to see the best pipe bands in the world in action.
I really enjoyed the day at the Worlds, being able to watch all the famous bands that I'd heard so much about, watched on YouTube and things like that, and be able to see them in person and play in person.
Really a phenomenal experience seeing the Grade 1 bands go about their business, and just the professionalism and musicality of their bands was really incredible.
I think that's one of the special moments for me was going on the ride with all the boys in the kilts, just a sense of camaraderie with the boys and all together, you know.
I think, for example, Loch Ness and then the Highlands and Glencoe were really special.
Welcome to Loch Ness Beach Accommodation.
That's the before and this is the during.
Funny stories?
I'm not sure.
I don't know if there was. There might have been a little slippery slide down.
Giles fell asleep in the toilet on the way to Glasgow.
No.
Harry Sugar's going down the old.
Harry Sugar's sliding down the
Harry Sugar's sliding down a hill.
Giles fell asleep in the toilet.
No.
Giles fell asleep on the toilet at one stage.
Don't know about that.
Definitely Giles falling asleep in the toilet.
No.
Giles Davies fell asleep in the toilet.
Most boys went commando for most of the time.
For Ryan's 18th birthday, we bought him a tartan G-string, which we made him to wear in the last performance.
There's only one man, one myth, one legend, Mr. Bailey.
By the end, we'd bonded from the experiences we'd had together and the jokes we'd shared.
I learnt a lot of life skills, just the basic ones of doing your washing, making your bed, and just having that self-accountability and responsibility on a school trip for that amount of time.
Something that I think I learnt on the trip was just being able to manage people better, like being, as in the leadership role, I had to make sure that everyone was ready on time, everyone had all their things, was able to feeling alright, being able to do everything they needed to do, and was able to go places they needed to go.
Not only like learning to be a better drummer and probably looking after myself a bit more, being a bit more independent. If you're on your own, it's up to you to maintain your study level.
I've learnt that the band's skills in playing is more than what I expected, and we're very able.
Oh, actually, I think I would mingle with the other bands a lot earlier, sort of get to know other people, other cultures, and just learn about the other acts.
I was really humbled by all the other bands, just the standard that they were at and the playing level and everything, and it gave me something to work towards.
I certainly learned more independence and how to just do everything by yourself, really.
I learned how to bond with other people because we were in such close proximity for a whole month in one little dorm.
Maybe I would have less nerves going into it. That would be the only thing that stuffed me up and hurt me in both my performance and in my preparation.
Well, we weren't all the same ability-wise, and it's important to recognise that and to not be arrogant, but don't undermine yourself. Make sure you're there and you focus on the job and get it done.
Things I brought back was just how to work together and how to focus on one job.
We're such a small part of such a big event, yet you have quite an important role, and as long as you focus on your role and focus on what you can control, then everything else falls into place.
Even though we were pushed to an extent to the extreme, we still could come together and support one another.
I think going to Edinburgh was an amazing experience, and it's something that I'll never forget. And it's made me a better piper, but also a better person.
Marching down the Royal Mile on that very last night, it was it was all different emotions. I was really sad that this was the last time I'd be playing for a while, if ever. And having Tom behind me as the drum sergeant, it was special. It was a good moment.
It was the best experience of my life, I think.
I don't think that I'll do anything different because I thought it was perfect.
I think it would be one of the best months of my life.
Be able to work together and produce something that's international standard is just amazing.
I'll certainly remember the experience of being away with the school group and just myself with a bunch of other boys doing what we love. If you practiced enough times, then you should have the courage to pull it off pretty well, like we did.
And that it was just a really amazing experience that I don't think I'll ever forget.
Apart from saying how incredible the trip was, and if any boys got the opportunity to take part in this, then I just say go for it, you know, don't hold back.
I think there was almost like a feeling that we'd like accomplished something quite, you know, extraordinary that we can all be proud of.
Probably just to thank everybody that kind of made the trip possible, from the school's focus at least, and also to my parents and the support that everyone's kind of provided. It's been extraordinary, and to all the boys that kind of went on the trip, I think I couldn't have picked a better bunch of boys to go on the trip with, so I'm extremely grateful, and thanks to the school for the opportunity.
Thank you.